After what was a thrilling HGR race, we turn to MMS Money Racing to close out the weekend on a Sunday night. Right now, Tim White top of the board with a 51.51. Jason Branch, Justin Johnson, Michael Barksdale, Zachary Harry rounds out top five. Hunter Rozelle, Mark Mondale, Richard Elliott, Sean Corbett. They are the fast nine who have laid down a lap so far. A little bit of action here on the track with 3 minutes to go. Richard Elliott slides up to P3, 54, 349. Get my word right now. We're just over 2.5 minutes. $19 drivers so far on hand tonight. Still time for some more to join during qualifying and the remainder of practice, just 2 minutes. But if nobody else joins, it's still going to be a pretty stacked field. A lot of these drivers going to be gearing up for the SummerSlam 499 presented by PGR Esports, July 31st through August 3rd. And what's going to be the biggest race of the summer. Minute and a half to go here in practice. Several drivers just coming off of paying positions in the HGR event. Michael Barksdale, one of them. Kenneth McCullough, another one just coming off of a payday. Richard Elliott. John Ward trying to sweep the weekend. Well, not really sweep the weekend, but sweep Sunday night. Winner the HGR event. Now they're looking to try to win the MMS Money Racing Series event tonight. But to do it, he's got to go through a stacked field. Richard Elliott, Justin Johnson, Michael Barksdale, Sean Corbett's always fast, Kenneth McCullough, Nick Zippel, Kenny Reel, just to name a few, Nathan Harper, Malik Ray. My broadcast partner Friday night, Christopher Carter's in the field. With that being said, practice concluded. We're going to move straight into qualifying. You only get one lap to lay down a quick time, and we'll see who will start up at the front. So who's going to be the first one to lay down a qualifying lap? Hunter Rozelle will look to lay down a qualifying run. Got 10 minutes to post the time. Gonna give plenty of drivers time to come in. You see 19, a little bit of a lag, internet issues. John Ward. Well, Ward was starting to roll out. He'll take it back. Tim White just rolling out of the pits. refresh the paints. Just doing a little bit of a refresh here. Drivers joining late. Just wondered they didn't make the refresh here. Okay, so pretty much going as we are. Hunter Azell just started his first lap. Down the back straightaway. So it's a bad fast. Napa number 19. Knowing from a couple of other leagues. Inspired one of them. Always a threat everywhere they go. Looking to keep the momentum going here to MMS. As I have made a mistake already, I see it now. Oop. There we go, now it's corrected. Apologize about that little miscue. Hunter Azell's first lap, 54.404. Tim White now coming off of 4. He'll be the next one trying to knock Azell's 404 off of the front row. And he would do it with a 54.36. William Michael Wynn goes up next. He will slide into third. At the line, Barksdale cutting the apron. And Barksdale top of the board. Branch will slide into third. So that being said, see if we can't get in on some more drivers. So right now, pretty much 6 drivers supposed to qualify lap. Christopher Carter on hand as his paint's trying to load in. Alright, so Carter at the line. We'll start his, I believe. Yep. Sitting on pit road, probably waiting for it to go. 27 of Malik Ray's out on track. Start his qualifying lap. Christopher Carter. To cut the apron. Carter P2. 54.3. 350. What's up with training paints? Malik Ray spinning out into a dang. It's a nice car. So I apologize. Some of the paint jobs ain't showing sponsors. Training paint's been a little glitchy the last couple weeks. So some of the paint jobs have not loaded. I apologize. But nonetheless, the show goes on. And Nathan Harper will be up next to try to knock Michael Barksdale off the front row, off the pole spot. Christopher Carter slid in a second. Other drivers joining in late. So we focus back in. Back to Harper, as several drivers rolling out with just over 3 minutes left in qualifying. Harper fastest through the first sector. Well, the first half of the track, then the purple. That's a great sign. Nathan Harper looking to lay down a monster lap. Will it get him the pole, cutting the apron? And at the line, Nathan Harper, does he not knock Michael Barksdale off? He does. 54-3-3 or 54-3-2-2. Can't talk now. What a run. Hit a 40. 40 and Matt Ferretti comes in fourth quickest. Richard Elliott at the line. (54.346) good enough for P3. Looking at Jared Hayes down the back straightaway. Another one there trying to make a run for the front row with 2 minutes to go. The lead, Kenny Reels. Kenny Reels on track to 48 of Freddie. Nick Sipple rolling out, so a lot of heavy hitters coming up with just over a minute and a half remaining in qualifying. Jared Haynes, first half of the track does not look like it would be fast enough to take the pole. We'll see if he's got anything at the line. Haynes, P4. Trevor Aswornoth shuts it down early. Kenny Reel now trying to make his run at the pole. Even a 48. Reel will slide in a second to 48 of Freddie, top of the board. Nick Sipple will be the next one up, trying to make a qualifying run. With 37 seconds to go, Sipple will not be able to get that one lap in. And we're 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it for qualifying. That means you get great aerial coverage of the Talladega Super Speedway. There's all the paint jobs. Hallelujah. Oh, I'm so worried. A few still didn't load in, but nonetheless, we'll make it through it. Man, stat field on hand tonight. Let's go ahead and go through the starting lineup for tonight's race. Yeah, 48 of Freddie on the front row. Nathan Harper starting second. Kenny Real third. Michael Barksdale in the fourth spot. Richard Elliott, Jared Hayes rounds out fifth and sixth. Christopher Carter traded in the suit and tie in the broadcast booth for the racing gloves. Again, will be rolling off seventh. Matt Freddie in eighth. Zachary Harry in the ninth spot. Next to him, Tim White rounding out the top 10. Jason Branch, Hunter Rozelle, that will be the fast 12. We'll go on back through the field. Michael Wingo, Malik Ray, 13th, 14th. Landon Vicky in the 15th spot. Cody Nigels in the 16th spot. Trevor Aswarnoth, Ronoff 17th. Next to him, David Flanagan. Nick Sipple, Austin Green, 19th and 20th. Green coming off of a second place run behind the man starting behind him. John Ward looking to sweep the Sunday night. Won the HGR event, looking to win MMS. Sean Corbett always hungry for a win. And Kenneth McCullough Jr. rolling off 23rd. Bobby Rochelle in the 24th spot. And then the last two, Justin Johnson, Martin Von Dale, rounds out a 26-car field. Appreciate everybody who's came out tonight. 8 viewers, just as good as 28. Either way, you're going to get a great show for the MMS series. We can't download my broadcast partner. Christopher Carter, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a quick copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, buddy, trading in the suit and tie for the fire suit and the gloves, buddy. How you feel about the race tonight?
Feel pretty good. I feel like we're going to have a few cautions, have some overzealous people, but other than that, it should be a pretty good race.
I like how you pronounce your words, overzealous. But, buddy, well, look, I'm going to go ahead and drop you back down. Go ahead and drive back down. Best of luck to you tonight, buddy. That being said, I don't even know how to pronounce that word he just did, but that's besides the point. So 48 and 20 will be bringing us to the United Rentals restart zone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're rolling. Already outside lane showing dominance early. See right now, driver pretty much bump drafting right now. No, really not trying to push nothing. See the RV's getting in the way of the cars, but you can see a great view of the front three. Already 3 wide early. Right now, the 48 of Freddie looking to lead the first laps tonight. 3 by 3 for about 4th on back. They already see the 48, even though, no, he's loose. They're all loose. What a save by the 48 and several others. 3x3 steal, but you see what the 48's doing. Working the lane control, not really trying to push nothing. Well, right now he's got the 40 from Matt Friday on the inside with a great push from Elite Ray and a very beautiful number 27 DuPont car tonight. Several great paint jobs back there in the field. Right now the 40 of Matt was trying to get up there and lead. Nathan Harper immediately jumps down to the bottom at the line. Freddie was still leading. 3x3 steal. Down the back straightaway. Comes to 7 or 23, ever how you want to look at it. Gerald Hayes on the outside lane with Nick Sipple trying to take the lead on that very third lane as your pole setter Freddie stuck in the middle. Just going to start going back a little bit further. Every time he needs to hurry up and get down to the bottom. You see Malik Ray jumps up in front of him in that patriotic number 27. At the line, however, Nathan Harper will lead his first laps of the race tonight. Yeah, Harper's in this. It just ain't cycled around. Trying something a little bit different with the pylons. Meanwhile, right now, 3x3 still complete difference in the HGR race compared to this one. But these drivers, they can take 3 wide. They feel confident they can hold it, and it puts on some of the best racing. And you see the same in HGR as well. Right now, Jared Hayes at the line trying to lead his first lap. Here comes Malik Ray back to the bottom of the track, and at the line give it to Hayes. Nick Sipple working himself up already in there. Oh, there we go already. Hayes Ray's in it, several upside down. Good Lord, Nathan Harper's damage. Richard Elliott, the 40 of Freddie. Oh, dear God, that's the whole field. I'll be dang. Trevor Astronaut's involved in it. Well, it's going to be easier to name off who got through it versus who didn't. Nathan Harper, massive damage. The great news is that I'll have a fast repair. Richard Elliott. Not anybody wanted to start this one. Well, let's go ahead and look at it. I'm pretty sure we're either going to see the 7 come down. Apologize to, I don't know why the overlay's being like it is. So we're actually going to set it up here. Coming into 1, you see Sipple makes the move to the bottom. Just barely gets his nose in there. It was just enough. Just enough to turn to 7. Good gosh, too mighty. Well, let's look at it from the gearbox camera here. You're going to see. So you can see he's pushing, get a great view at the motor. Right there, just barely gets his nose to the inside, and that's all it takes. And from there, Jesus. Feel bad for the people who got to fix the grass for the next race. Well, let's see if we can get a couple more onboard cameras through this. See if we can't ride on board with Nathan Harper. Sure, he had a great view of it. See right here, the 75 is going to get right to the inside. Just going to go around, and from there, I mean, nothing. Harper can do nothing to hold field good. Holy cow, the 89 of Trevor on the side. See if we can't go on board with Trevor. Yeah, wreck's already happened there. The mayor of Browntown's about to have a wild ride. You almost think you can make it. Here comes Ray up on the side. Tell you one more look at it if I can find his name. Want us to run on board with Hunter Rozelle through this. He's gonna be one of the few drivers. Ah, no, he even got damaged. Ran smack dab to the back of Elliott. Thought Hunter Rozelle maybe got through it. Well, not when any driver wanted to see this early in the going on lap 4. Several drivers still in the pits. You see our pole sitter to 48. Matt Frady, one of them. Richard Elliott. Malik Ray. Wasn't in fast repairs, I do too. If it weren't for fast repairs, everybody would have been wiped out. Several drivers coming back in to refuel, try to push the fuel strategy as far as they can. That being said, it will give Tim White the lead. 21 of Kobe, Austin Green, the 87. Nathan Harper, well, actually, he just came back in. Sean Corbett wins the race off the pit road. Drivers already used their fast repair to 21 of Kobe. Gerald Hayes, Nathan Harper, you're looking at him on the screen. Michael Barksdale, Trevor Oswornoth, and Richard Elliott. Not to mention how many other drivers have damage through this. I've always said, whenever a rank cap is at the front of the field, it's taken out nearly everybody. It's going to take, one car is going to take out about at least 2 or 3 more with them. So with 40, it's going to be 42 to go. We'll re-rack the top 10. Tim Bright, and Kobe will be first and second. Austin Green, Sean Corbett, 4th and 5th. Landon McKee in 6th. Gareth McCullough Jr., Nathan Harper, Mark Mondale, and John Ward will round out the top 10. If you're 21 of Kobe, buddy, you're going to hope somebody lets you down in a hurry. Here comes Malik Ray and the 48 up to the outside. They're running here. We'll see Ray goes with the run. He's going to push that 6 on up back up there to the lead. Gerald Hayes, black flag. Evidently the cause of the caution, I can assume that will be a drive-through penalty if I'm not mistaken. There goes 21 of Kobe Nigels now on the outside with Malik Ray. Landon McKee. Meanwhile, you see Tim White trying to make a comeback now. There goes the 48 of Freddie's in, black flag. Gerald Hayes, another one in. We're really just leaving 3 cars really to try to fend off this outside lane. You see the 6 clear for the moment. Choosing to stay up there with Malik Ray. Tim White side by side, that Metallica number 8. Down the back straightaway, working lap 10 as we speak. Going to be 40 to go next time by. Biggest movers of the race, obviously, since it took out about 8, 9 cars. Cody Nigels up 15. Malik Ray, Landon McKee up 12 and 15. David Flanagan up 13, and several other ones have entered the picture. What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Corey? How y'all doing tonight? Down the back straightaway, still single file out. They're really trying to make 2 different lines work. Some wanting the bottom lane to work, others are wanting to go up to the top. It's really causing separation right now. Sean Corbett slowly working himself up into the picture. Right now there's about 2 distinct packs. You've got to go all the way back to Barksdale to see a little 4-car pack running here. These are drivers that were involved in that first incident, a lot of them. They're trying to hang back, save a fast repair, try not to be in the way if some's got damage. Fastest lap of the race, Bobby Rochelle, 49.767. That is the fastest lap of the race so far. Now you see where your favorite manufacturer is running across the leaderboard. And I guess to pose a question for the comment section below, are you a Chevy guy? Are you a Ford guy? Toyota? What are your favorite manufacturers and where are they running right now? Right now it's the Chevrolet top 5. Austin Green, highest running Ford. David Flanagan, highest running Toyota. Right now, everybody's just trying to play it calm, cool, collected. You don't see the 3 wide action no more. Probably a wake-up call that, hey, it was fun while it lasted, but we need to make it to the end of this thing. A little onboard action here. You get a great look. You see Ray not really wanting to be on him. Now he's on him. Bit of a push, nothing hard, nothing abrasive. See the bottom lane still trying to work itself back up there, but right now the top lane's prevailing for the moment. Trying to get 3 wide again. John Ward trying to bring that middle lane up now. And a little bit of contact back there. Sideways all over the place. There's Bobby Rochelle. You look at his field now, a little bit of tight action. Middle lane's already falling down. Now John Ward's going to try to pull this bottom lane up for the moment. Right now, 23 cars still on the lead lap. Trevor Aswarnoff, Paul Center, Freddie, both of them are 1 lap down. Richard Elliott, 2 down. Of course, a few more cautions. They'll be right back in the run. Oh, there goes Ward! Saved it! Somehow! Holy Jesus almighty. Richard Elliott in the grass as well. How did Ward save that? I don't know. We're going to go back and look at it before they do wreck. What? Pushing. But that was Tim White pushing 9-2, and my God, what a save. Doesn't help that I lost that trap position, but what a save by John Ward. I'll get back up here. Did a 40 massive damage. That would be Cody Friday. See the hood still bumping around. That car still very well hurt. You can see it on the apron. So 35 to go. Gonna be 34 when they're to get back around. And right now the action's kind of calmed down, just for the moment. Expected to get busy again in a few laps or so, but right now, I think drivers are just starting to, just wanting to focus on maybe making it to the next green flag pit stop if we get one. I say next when we haven't had one yet, but drivers possibly trying to make it to the green flag pit stop. Well, that's the key to everything, really. About 50% of this race, you got to be able to make a green flag pit stop. The guys who get black flagged, or the guys who ends up wrecked on pit road, they're the ones that's really going to suffer here. But if you can get on and off pit road flawlessly, then you got a chance. That's just half of the battle. See the 7 of Gerald Hayes about to go one lap down. Oh, boy. 2 down. If I ain't mistaken. Of course, he had to start that black flag on the last restart. Gerald Hayes 1 lap down. Richard Elliott, the only retiree of the race so far, in the 26th position. Right now, let's just ride back through the field here, see where some drivers are running. John Ward has worked himself up back into the same pack. Right on board with John. To the nose cam. Let's do throttle work. Not wanting to push the 16 a quarter in front of him. Really don't even want to push with all these cars. You have to be oh so delicate when pushing a car in front of you. So John Ward trying to recover, get back up to the front. Right now being scored right outside the top 10 in the 13th, 14th position, somewhere along in there. Kenny Reels took over the lead. Only 30 to go. Already on a 12 to 14 lap pit stop, or pit stint leaked here. We'll actually pull it up, let everybody see. Well, why do you see different strategies and different drivers trying to work it out? A lot of these guys, they'll pit both laps under caution. So the pit road opens, then when we get to 1 to green, drivers going to come in and pit. They really want to try to stretch that fuel mileage the best they can. The later you have to make a pit stop, the better. Well, it all depends on the scenario. But regardless, the more caution you have, the better off you are, unless you're involved in the caution. It gives you a chance to pit. Of course, the real takeaway there is The more fuel you pack, the further you can make it to the end, the less fuel you'll have to take when you do have to make a green flag pit stop. So you're really seeing guys who are not a factor right now. Like, for instance, Sean Corbett, Nathan Harper, Hunter Ozell, Mark Von Dale, just to name a few. They're probably back there just riding, trying to conserve the gas. I'll tell you, Kenny Real, though, he is the one driver who is not conserving the most gas, leading that bottom lane, getting all the clean air he wants, but it comes with a price. You are not saving the fuel in a draft like you need to. The same can be said for Keth McCullough, and brand new in a new paint job tonight. McCullough rocking a Coca-Cola paint job, no pun intended. Austin Green jumping up with him. Stone drivers trying to make the outside lane come back to life. So right now you can see a little bit of three-wide action way back there deep in the field. I believe that's with Justin Johnson. So they got it straightened out. Now here comes some leaders. Now watch, be sure there's not going to be any massive checkups. The first pack looks like they're going to get on pit road fairly clean. That's about what you want to see. That's really about what all you want to see. They're pitting with 28 to go, just short of halfway. Nick Sipple reclaims the lead. Actually, the first time he's led a lap tonight, so he gains the lead out of it. Malik Ray running right behind him in the second through fourth. Have not led a lap officially tonight. Hard to believe with somebody like Malik Ray and Kenneth McCullough Jr. up in the mix. Austin Green, one of them, finished second in the HGR event, looking to go one more spot. Here comes the rest of them, it looks like. And it looks like these drivers getting on the pit road very easily as well. About 3 wide, though. It's going to be interesting to see how it shakes out right now. Lyndon McKee, Kenny Real, David Flanagan, them are the front 3. See the other ones coming up behind them trying to catch that draft. Well, if these cars can hurry up and get out of the pits before they lose the draft, then it ain't going to matter how far behind you are as long as you're able to attach that lead pack. Very strung out. You see, look at the gap from Ward to Carter. Oh, hang on to her. Landon, good God, what a save. That could have been big for the drivers coming out pit road. He saves it, then goes on, takes the lead anyway. See now going 3 wide. They pitted with what, about 20 in the tank, something like that, 20 laps on the tank, so they might be able to make it to the end from here. 26 to go, 1 lap above halfway. It's going to be very interesting to see. They may have another green flag pit stop coming. Take a look out throughout the field. The driver's already single flat out as the tail's all signed, and they're trying to go ahead and save as much fuel as they can. Right now, here's that little pack led by John Ward, Bobby Rochelle, Mark Von Dale. No, John Ward, Sean Corbett, Jason Branch, and Hunter Ozell. Apologize, had to have my names mixed up. There's the pack with Bobby, Von Dale, Justin Johnson, and the lap car of Freddie, our pole sitter, 2 laps down. Half down, half to go. Right now we're going to do a little bit of cranking up. for everybody. Just listen to the sights and sounds of the ARCA cars at Talladega. Randy McGee leads here at Talladega. Kenny Real right behind him. Elite Ray that rounds out the top three. Nathan Harper, for being involved in the first massive incident of the race, has recovered nicely up to fourth with 23 to go. Key. Not the best with names, so I apologize in advance. We'll go ahead and run back through the field here. Of course, just mentioned Nathan Harper recovered nicely off the green. Alan saw the run. Kevin McCullough Jr. as well. See Nick Seifel in seventh. Christopher Carter had a great time broadcasting with him on Friday night. But as we return back to the driver's seat, you see a little bit of two-wide action. And right now, some drivers, I feel like some drivers are thinking maybe we're good on field, some are not. The 23 of Gerald Haynes is not involved in this battle for position, merely just riding for the moment. Seifel stuck out to dry in the middle. 21 to go. David Flanagan set the fastest lap of 49.685. Right now, Flanagan running back there and right outside the top 10, that fourth car in the outside lane. Really, you see the outside lane. Some drivers thinking either they're good on fuel or they're just trying to get in track position so they can be good on the field at the end of this thing. The 89 of Trevor Aswarnoff trying to get his lap back. Right now, he has that in the line. Him and Gerald both. Right now, if there's a caution, it's going to be great for them. They won't have to worry about taking away from round. Got Barksdale way up the track, making it 3 wide for the moment. It's going to eventually have to blend right back in line in the middle. 20 to go. Well, it's only just going to get racier from here, but one's got the clutch to pull up the pit stint length here. Drivers went 15 to 16 laps. So either they short pitted or that's about as many laps as you'll get out of a full tank. Hard to see. Well, really hard to tell. But right now they're just about halfway through that first stint. Cody leads on that outside lane. Of course, 789 not full position. Just trying to keep there. That's exactly what they wanted. Yellow flag is out. Like the 12 has a little bit of damage. Just a little bit. 19 to go is going to really shape up. Really going to save a lot of drivers. They're not having a great green flag run. We'll see what happens. See if we can find what happened. Going down the back straightaway. 59 of, I believe that's Vondell. It is Mark Vondell. Just about going up and over. Bad push to the 48. It's been a very frustrating night for the pole center. So Freddie just does get off of his bumper. Lined up wise, just enough to turn him. Marking innocent bystander and all that. Well, there are plenty of takers now. Still is it too early though, fuel wise. Well, they're pitting now with going to be 17 to go. Probably going to be 15 right at the line, so they all might just be able to make it. Of course, you throw an overtime into the picture, then I doubt it. We're going to get the race off of pit road nonetheless. There's Ricardo taking tires, it looks like. Race off of pit road, give it to Flanagan. They're Flanagan will lead his first laps of the race tonight. For a moment. Actually, no. Nick Seipel is actually scored the leader. Of course, everybody pitted, so we're just going to assume that they can make it to the end with 17 to go, but I feel like it's going to be close for a few. Somebody up here to talk to. Let's see here. Charlie Jones had somewhat of a quiet night. Sean Corbett, Gary Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Just a second, bud.
Sorry.
Yeah, man, what's going on?
Been a very quiet night for you. How do you feel like your chances are tonight?
That's a good question. I feel like it's about the same as it is every single night. Snowball's chance in hell, buddy. Just gonna roll the dice, see if I can get some sevens.
Well, been sitting here trying to contemplate 16 to go, gonna be 15 whenever they take the green. Can you personally make it on fuel yourself, or do you feel like some guys still gonna be short, or are you gonna be short?
I believe everybody is going to be close, very, very close. At least that's what I'm looking at, and maybe guys up front a little closer than most. But yeah, this is going to be a tight one. Going to be a real tight one. Let's see what happens out here.
All right, baby. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully, we talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, Chief. Take it easy.
Yep. Here, that's gonna be close. Regardless of the outcome, safe to say there is an overtime attempt. So if there is going to be an overtime attempt, then we know everybody's probably going to have to come back in and pit. Right now, everybody's pitted under that caution. Kenny Reel on down to Michael Barksdale took the time to come in and put in just a little bit more fuel on the one to go here. So some drivers are going to be better than none. Or better than some, I should say. Kenneth McCullough is going to be restarting on the outside of Cody. Going to bring us down to 15 to go. Jason Branch, Justice Johnson, John Ward, the top 5. And we're rolling. Great jump for Cody, however, might be a little bit too much of a jump. Really going to allow the outside and bottom lane to really get the run here. We'll see if Branch goes with him. He does not. Outside lane really fell apart. Down the back straightaway. 15 go. Drivers dancing around. Everybody snaking their way down the back straightaway, really just trying to get in position here. Single file for the top 5, a little bit 2x2 from McCullough on back in 6th. Justin Johnson's had a very quiet night so far in that 82. 48 will be coming in this time to serve his black flag. So now the bottom lane's deteriorated. Here comes the outside lane. McCullough trying to decide if he wants to go to the bottom, stay on top. He'll stay up top. Here comes Ray to the inside. Getting about that time. Intensity starting to pick up. Drivers is going to be doing a whole lot more taking, a whole lot less giving. They work down the back straightaway, still 2x2 at some point. Somebody's going to feel brave and try to make that third lane work. Already seeing it, Mark Vondell trying to make something happen in that third lane. Nobody goes with him. Three wide, Asher Carter back got stuck in the middle. Ray Corbett up the track just a little bit. Able to keep it straight. Top 3 single filed out. Here comes Ray back to the bottom trying to make something happen. Side by side with Kenny Reel. Austin Green finally jumps up there with Vondell trying to make that outside lane work. Here comes the outside lane. Getting time where drivers, if you're right in the back, you know it's time to start going to the front every how you can. Ultimately, it's going to be a recipe for disaster if somebody gets turned. They say Flanagan up and into the wall. As I was just saying. Flirting with disaster, but Flanagan able to keep it straight for the moment. A lot of drivers already bailing back to the middle. Barksdale right behind Vondell trying to make something happen. Hang on, Trevor getting pushed all over the place by McCullough. Right now, Kenny Reel leads, only 4 laps tonight so far. There's Trevor, back gets turned again. Ray back gets turned. But the pushes are only just going to get worse. 12 to go, going to be 11. Desperation starting to seep in for a few drivers in the back. McCullough really wants to get up there and lead. But not led tonight, neither has the 89 of Trevor. It's been a very up and down night for the 89. There you see McCullough drops down. That's what he wanted. Wants to try to lead that bottom lane, and Ray goes right back up to the middle and says goodbye. About Nathan Harper, he thought about drivers having an up and down night. He has worked himself up into a third place spot after getting involved in the big one on lap 4. Had to take a fast repair, and so far the 20's keeping it clean. A little bit of a lag on somebody. And they're wrecking them. Caution is out. Kenneth McCullough, David Flanagan up against the wall in turn 3. For 31. That's a fast repair that's going to be needed. His one and only one, has not used one all night. Ain't much left of that Jack Shack Toyota. Kenneth McCullough's having a great run up until then. We'll go back and see what happened. They're already in the wall at that point. So Jason Branch is coming, and another bad push, and good God, hard into the wall. 59 having to come to a complete stop. Able to get through it. Look at it in slow motion here. Well, you see McCullough's got left out to dry pretty much, hoping that the 28 can get up and give him a push. Well, at this point, you're just bleeding spots. You're knowing that the opportunity to really try to get back up to the front is dwindling fast. 28's coming with a run. The middle's open. It looks like 28 tries to go out, and maybe McCullough comes up just a little bit. Hard to tell, but Flanagan nowhere to go. The innocent bystander Hunter Azell barely getting through there in that 19. Get right on board with the 59 through this. Come on, rewind it. On the brake, on the brake, on the brake. Got here. Now I had to push that brake pedal to the floor just to get it stopped. But regardless, works out for the 59. So at 9 to go. Pretty much gives the opportunity for a lot of drivers to save that fuel. That's what you see a whole bunch of them on the apron for. These drivers have not pitted under this round of pit stops, I do not believe. No, top 5's still about the same. A little bit of differences in it, but nonetheless. Biggest movers of the race since they started. Trevor up 15, Cody up 13. 62 Elena's had a great night, up 11 spots. Well, it really just sets up. You got an opportunity to save. From what I see, some of these drivers will probably be good for regulation, but there's an overtime. Maybe seeing some more takers coming in. The drivers in the back also pitted under this last caution. As a matter of fact, Michael Wingo in 16th all the way down to Kenneth McCullough all pitted under this caution. So they're probably good to make it till the end. They can probably push all they want to and be fine. The lights on, pace car's back to go out here pretty much for anybody that's on an 8 and 9 laps 10. I mean, they've made their bed. Rather, this strategy will work and they can make it. We'll have to see. Top 15 did stay out under this caution from Kenny Real all the way to Christopher Carter. It's gonna be a wild one all the way to the finish. 3 wide's gonna be coming. It might even try it 4 wide. You never know, but it'll be a great way to end the weekend. So to re-rack the top 5, Trevor, Kenny, Cody, Nathan Harper, Landon, Malik Ray. That's the top 5. On down to the top 10. 6, Disciple. He's had a up and down night. John Ward's one of them as well. Has had a very up and down night. He's in 10th. We'll still see anybody's race. 23 cars on the lead lap with 8 to go. Then we saw first broadcast I did for this league with 2 to go. Austin Green came from 19th, ended up winning it. So you're Christopher Carter, you're Michael Barksdale, Michael Wingo, Hunter Azale. It ain't never over till it's over. Going to be coming to 7 to go whenever they bring it to the line. Kenny Reels led 8 laps tonight, second most to the rest of the drivers who have led. We're rolling. Can Reel finish it out? We're going to find out. Great jump by him in the 6th of Cody. Outside lane's going to go with a run. You see Nathan Harper pushing 89 and Trevor. Well, the 6 and the 11 both knew that the run would probably be coming. He went ahead and covered the outside lane. They're already taking it 3. Nathan Harper stuck in the middle. He's hoping Corbett will come up and push him. They said forget taking that chance. He already moved up to the outside lane. Never too early to put in your favorite driver or your pick to win. So if you got somebody you think can win this race, you got 23 drivers to choose from. Put them in the comments section. About John Ward pushing to 75. They are 4 wide already. Kenny Reel. That's not what he wanted. Caution's out there. Wrecking already. Sean Corbett just at the end. All right, well, I lied. You ain't got 23 drivers no more to choose from. 48 of Freddie. Been a rough night for the pole sitter. What in the world happened that time? Sean Corbett knows his day is done. That's going to be a tow. He'll lose a lap at least. Let's go back and look and see. Obviously, it's going to start way before this. So it's all going to start. Kenny's going to be put 4 wide. That's really where this is going to start, I feel like. Gets all clustered up. Oh, no, it starts up there with the 6 and the 8 and 9. The 1 about gets turned. There's 5 wide for the moment. Let's see here. Go on board. Look at Barksdale's side of things. Yep. See a 6 already in the wall, and then the one of Harry gets turned. Malik Ray involved in it, so that's where the incident starts. They pretty much keep it straight for the most part. Of course, from there, if you're Sean Corbett, you're just wondering, well, when is it going to end? We're going to try to find the ones on board. There it is. back it up. We'll take one more look at it. Really just a product of being 4 wide. They pretty much just run out of room. They keep it straight, but Kenny Real about gets turned right there. You see the wrecking in the back, though. Lord have mercy. 4 to go right now. They might just go and send it into overtime unaware. At the moment, they're just going to try to finish this with a natural green-white checker. We'll have to wait and see. Nah. So, Justin, how you doing tonight? You see the 40 in the pit still. He's had a rough night. Matt Frady. Him and Sean Corbin in the pits. Richard Elliott out of the race. The only retiree so far. Not 40's back out onto the track. So, being said, Disciple only left 4 laps tonight. The driver of number 6 or the 75, every which one you want to call it. Well, no surprise, he's one of them that's always at the front when it matters. So is John Ward, of course. Ward trying to sweep Sunday night races, won the HGR event, now trying to win the MMS series. Another one that's had a very quiet night, Justin Johnson. 21 at Cody 2. So this will be a natural green-white checkered. All right. So I'll ask another question since the first one didn't get answered because of a wreck other than Nathan Harper got thrown out there. Are we going to finish it with a natural green-white checkered, or are we going to go into overtime? Cast your votes down in the comments section. As long as they make it back to the white flag, it don't matter how many of them wreck. It is what it is. All right. Nicky Lanyon, bring them down to the start. Natural green, white, checkered. Maybe we'll have to use it overtime. The Ward already pushed 75, already way out there. The outside lane was caught sleeping. All right, a little bit of both. Justin Johnson drops back down to the bottom. Nathan Harper now got to try to push the 62. Right here to the lead. Here comes Cody on the outside. Well, Cody's anticipating a great run. You see they're already going 3 wide. Drivers already. Oh, there goes Cycle around hard into the wall. More. Malik Ray's involved in it. Austin Green. Flanagan. That nice done for David. Malik Ray as well. Michael Wingo's involved. The Wingo ain't used a fast repair out of all the ones, but good God almighty. The 75 is going to be fine to continue. Got 1 fast repair left. However, the potential win is gone. For the driver to 6, we'll rewind it, look back at it. Well, this first instance is going to start pushing, and finally just turns him hard into the wall for the 75, and then there's just more wrecking. Is that Hunter Azell getting turned up there? No, we'll have to see. We know that Ray got a piece of it. How does Ray get it? So where's this second wreck start is pretty much the other question. They come together, Austin Green. They're all trying to react. Christopher Carter. So they're all reacting to the 76 getting turned. And they're just going to, pretty much the way it looks, just run out of real estate. The setup here, you see Ward, he's dancing all around the 76's bumper. Eventually going to spin the 75, and from there, almost looks like another car got into the wall as well. Take one more look at it here. Really, it does not help that Nick spinning, but the one comes down, kind of gets them all bottlenecked together, and from there, just calamity corner. Well, overtime. Government section all of a sudden became very active. With that being said, you see Nick coming back out onto the racetrack, but the night is done. We're waiting word to see if the black flag will go to the 92 or what exactly caused that incident. Well, it just depends on how they look at it. They're either going to look at it from the 75 or going to look at it from where they get all clustered up. It just depends on what triggered the yellow. Malik Ray officially out of the race. He'll join Richard Elliott, David Flanagan in the garage. Sean Corbett back out onto the racetrack, 1 lap down. There's another caution. He might be able to get back on the free pass and still be able to salvage a decent finish, because you know it's just going to get crazier from here. Well, now we're going to start getting into the realm of are these cars going to be able to make it on fuel. Matter of fact, let's dial up the 2023 PGR champion. John Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, buddy, we might be talking to you at the at the end of this thing as well, but I gotta ask, how close is the fuel for you and about 10 other ones?
Fuel is close. I could run maybe one more. I think these guys got more fuel than I got. I've been out here for a while, but we're gonna give it a shot. There's some teammates up here. They're tough, man. These guys are real tough. I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try to see what I got here. Hopefully we can go the distance.
All right, buddy. Well, we're gonna look forward to watching it. Hopefully, I'll be interviewing you after the race in the winner's circle.
Thank you.
Doesn't really matter who I interview. It's always fun to interview the drivers after a race. Sometimes I can. Doesn't matter. Still get some of the best interviews for drivers that win. Then you get some of the best interviews for drivers who finished in 12th or 13th. That's going to have to wait. The first attempt at a green-white checkered. Kenny Real, John Ward will be bringing them down. We're about to see it. Do the tri-oval. Go ahead and strap the TV down. Don't hit that dial. It's only going to get crazier from here. John Ward, Kenny Real brings them down. We're rolling. Bit of a checkup on the bottom lane. You can say a little bit of the same for the outside, but right now John Ward's a sitting duck. Right now, Ward, if he wants to clear, he can come up, and that's exactly, well, no, he thought better of it. How about Nathan Harper about turning Cody? Hang on to her, Cody. Good God. 3 wide already. You see Harry off the wall hard. Oh, there goes Trevor. There they go again. Caution is out. Kenny Real's night has came to an end. Zachary Harry up against the wall. Well, was. Saw Jason Branch get turned as well. Well, my. Let's go ahead and look at it. Well, you saw the one come off the wall. Whoops, going too fast. There we go. So you see the one's going to come off the wall. He's actually going to get a little bit blocked by the 89. And from there, I mean, it's just pretty much, can't really say that he ran him up into the wall, but it was definitely took 2 swipes at the block here. I'll tell you what, let's ride on board with the 89, and we'll see how this goes. You'll ride on board the gearbox as well. So let's just see what it looks like from the gearbox angle here. There's the first block. Came down, swiped him again, and finally got him into the wall. So block me once, that's okay. Block me twice. Most of the time you're going into the wall, but the other way around it looks like. Tell you what we'll do, we'll get both sides of the story. We'll see what the one of Harry went through all this. Looks like 89 was wanting to try to get in the run, and from there it's just all candy-whoppers, but regardless, takes out the one, takes out Kenny Real. regardless of a block that did not work. That's what we'll call it. Well, unfortunately, worst case scenario for several drivers. You heard John Ward say that maybe he could go one more, so this might be it before Ward has to pit. You see Cody saving aggressively, so's Landon. Nathan Harper was on the apron for a moment. Of course, the top three, Cody, Nathan, and Landon, they've all got 21 to 22 laps since they last pitted. Michael Barksdale, on the other hand, has got 14 laps since he last pitted. Hunter Azell, 14 in 9th. Kenneth McCullough in 10th. He's on 14. Then you got Matt Frady, 9 laps stint in from on there. I mean 75 and Nick, he's on he got turned on that last caution. He's good till the end. 5 laps. Won't be interesting to see how these drivers really. Let me see how these drivers can handle it. Well, John Ward said he's got enough for one more. This is what attempt? This is attempt 2 of 3. So there's another one. Just expecting a lot of drivers to be screwed if there is another one. You see Cody saving very aggressively. It's going to be interesting to see how this pit strategy works. There's another caution. I got to expect a lot of these guys who are on a 20 lap stint as it is. I'm going to best expect them to come in if there's another caution. And of course, if there is the third green white checker, if they wreck, they wreck. I believe they're going to let them race it on out anyway. Well, only one way to find out. Alright, attempt number 2, we're rolling. Cody and Harper, a great start by the 6. But again, a great start by the 20. You see Landon at 62 jumps up right to the top side. That's going to hurt Barksdale and Harper both for the moment. 3 wide, McCullough getting shuffled all the way to the back. They're going 3 wide again. Right now, John Ward wanted to make a move. You see Justin Johnson shooting down to the bottom of the track. Caution is out. Sean Corbett. And this will be another meatball flag. Already used 1 fast repair. The night's done for Sean Corbett. Well, let's see what happens. He's already wrecked there, but he tore that car all to hell. Coming. And maybe a great 16. Let's slow it down first. But they're going 3 wide. Probably trying to get caught back up to that pack before they lose the draft. Here comes Carter with a push. Like Corbett maybe coming up just a little bit. Hard to say, but that's why I'm not race controlling tonight. I'm just commentating. Regardless of the fact, both the 89 and the 45, well, Trevor's going to be all right, more than likely. Maybe very minor damage for Corbett. Just another race that could have been, had a very quiet night in the top 10 the majority of the night. Unfortunately, it'll come undone once again. Speaking of which, the one thing that these drivers did not want to see. And when it's all said and done, Nick Seipel out in front. Tim White's going to be next to him. White's only led 2 laps tonight. How about Keith McCullough, Hunter Rozelle? Have not led a single lap tonight, and at the end of this thing, they're right there in the money position to walk into work next Friday with a little bit of pepper step. Or tomorrow, really. Need a couple drivers going ahead and shutting off the car. Well, McCullough and Azel's close. They're at 18 laps, so regardless, they should be good to make it. Unless they've been pushing, not really saving under the last few cautions. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, how do you like this? Going from leading the race with about 6 to go, getting spun. And now Nick found himself in the lead with the last overtime attempt, and whatever happens, happens, or I'm assuming they're just going to let him race back to the line. Well, Justin, I'll be honest with you, I'm unsure. That's not my jurisdiction tonight. Well, whatever happens is going to happen. It's pretty much how I'm going to view it. See, I believe Kenny Reel's in the comment section. This last green white checker will be ran out, so they can all wreck, and just whoever makes it around to the start finish line first. Well, you know they're going to wreck. You know that's coming. Pretty much, where's it going to happen? Is it going to happen at the front? Will it happen at the middle? Will it happen towards the back where it really doesn't matter? Ain't one way to find out. Nick and Tim will be bringing it down. Kenneth McCullough Jr., Hunter Rozelle, 3rd and 4th. Kenny Real will round out the top 5. The final attempt at a green white checker, and we going green to the end. They're rolling. Great start by 75. Outside lane, really a great start. Like 10 white, not even getting going. Rozelle immediately drops down to the bottom. Matt Frady, he's had an up and down night, but here in the going, he's making something happen. Kevin McCullough jumps up that middle lane. Here comes Jason Branch, John Ward. And there they go, Barksdale around. They keep it straight. Disciple will go up to cover the 40, and Matt McCullough trying to figure out where he wants to go. Tim White on the apron. They keep it straight. There goes Isaiah. There goes Real. They're upside down. Doesn't matter. They're going to run it out. Hunter Isaiah, good guy, took out all of them. We'll have to look back at the wreck here in a minute. This is going to be for the win. Down back straightaway, what does McCullough do? What does Matt do? Well, somebody's going to do something because right now Nick is a sitting duck. The question is McCullough going to try to make the move, or is the 40 of Matt Frady going to try to do it? But here comes McCullough. We're on to the outside, side by side with the 40 at the line. Nick Seipel will get it done at Talladega. Matt Frey second, McCullough third. Zachary Harper, or Zachary Harry fourth. Nathan Harper rounds out a top 5. For everybody else, pretty much race done. Justin Johnson, night comes undone. Had a great run going to 40-82. Good Lord. Well, I'm going to say this. To go from getting turned with 6 to go to come back up and win this race, it was a hell of a drive for the driver to 75. The semifinal, Nick Seipel burns it down. For Talladega, man, let it go back and look at that wreck here in a second. We're waiting for the winner to get in here. Nick Seipel, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Sir, I do.
Hell of a drive to get turned with 6 to go and then come back to win the race. Just take us through the whole night. Bit chaotic at points. Then there were some points that calmed down. What was your take of the whole night?
It's really unbelievable. I thought we had some really good green flag runs, but then also got the mixer X that we kind of expected with this car. But it's a very fun car. I have a great time with it. And I just got very fortunate with how the last couple runs went, the timing of the cautions, and I was able to get up here and win it.
Well, buddy, better than finishing second, ain't it?
Oh, for sure.
But at the end of the day, able to make one of the best drives. I do want to ask you though, how difficult was it to be back there in the pack at times and try and make the moves up to the front? Was it gridlock like we see with the trucks and the Xfinity a lot of times, or is it kind of easy to work yourself up through the pack, especially one of this big, 26 cars?
It's a whole lot easier because of just how chaotic it is and how big the runs are. But it's so chaotic and so crazy that you really got to be careful and make the right moves and have precision making the moves, or else you're gonna cause a wreck.
Well, buddy, you've been through your fair shares tonight from lap 4, then getting turned again. I do want to ask you though, is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours, buddy.
Obviously, Kenny McCullough putting the race on, you for broadcasting. Matt Frady, who finished second, actually was my teammate, helped me out a lot. Also, Freddie Baznez, Malik Guerrero in here, they were teammates, but I think they got wrecked out, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, thank those guys and thank you for broadcasting it.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. Nick Seipels, your winner tonight from Talladega. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
Yep. That being said, get Matt Frady in here. Matt Frady, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, buddy, like a lot of drivers, a very chaotic night for you. Was there anything you felt like you could have done, or were you just pretty much trying to keep Kenneth away from being able to steal the win tonight?
Mainly I was just trying to keep him behind me. I knew if he got to my right rear, then I was kind of screwed. Luckily, Nick stayed down with me to help, pull me back up to, at least even and past Ken. But yeah, it was just
Chaotic.
a long ride tonight. Yeah,
Chaotic.
2 laps down to
2 laps down to
second.
finish the second. Just telling, and he gave you credit for pushing him, but I gotta ask, is it more of a product of how these cars can generate a run? He said, I asked him coming up through the pack, was it easier than what it is in a truck? And he said yes, because of the runs that these cars can generate all the way down the straightaway. Do you feel like it's a bit of a product of that why we see some of these cautions late going?
Yeah, and I feel like the runs are a lot quicker than the trucks, and also with these more so than in the truck, you can grab the right rear. So I mean, I think it's not only you getting that run, but you're also pulling them back too. So the closing rate seems a lot faster with these as well.
Yes, and I can agree to that. Just the way we see it, how the third line is able to really build a run down the back straightaway. Chaotic night tonight, but first off, I think it's the first time I'm interviewing you, so nice to meet you for the first time.
You as well.
And what I like to do is, I understand a few of these drivers, they got all these sponsors looking at them, friends, family. It was a very active chat tonight, so with that being said, is there anybody wanting to shout out? The floor is yours.
Mainly just Nick introducing me to this stuff, the money racing and stuff, and getting in and working with him and everything. All the other guys that I race with normally. And then just my family and my son for putting up with it and having fun with it as well.
All right, buddy. Well, it was a hell of a drive. From 2 laps down to finish in second, Matt Frady will have to settle for second, but hopefully next time we talk to you, go up one more spot.
Yep, hopefully.
All right, buddy. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Yep. Yes, I'm waiting. I think one more driver's wanting to be interviewed. Yep. Christopher Carter, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, where do I begin? Looked like you had it made, and then I believe you were one of the ones that had come in right before that last green-white checkered.
Yeah, that last restart there, I was actually sitting kind of in the catbird seat there, but they got together right in front of me, dead last, and I got sent down to the inside wall. But to be honest with you, the only thing I was trying to do was make it that number 92 and put him on his roof. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I think somebody ended up getting him for him. But, I mean, it was a chaotic night. It was a hell of a night for a lot of drivers. How did you feel like the race as it went on and the intensity finally just kept getting more and more intense? Did you feel like that there was a couple times some guys maybe could have just rode a little bit, or what? Just what's your take on the night, pretty much?
Well, like I said in the very beginning, when you brought me up in the booth, there was going to be a lot of overzealous drivers, and that's what it ended up being. Just patience. It's always patience. Let's click off the laps, get through those green flag pit stops, and it'll come down to the best driver that was able to get in off that pit road.
And of course, surprisingly, pit road was not the issue tonight. I was actually very impressed that everybody was able to get on and off pit road fairly clean, but chaotic night to say the least. And of course, you know what's coming next, but is there anybody you want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc.?
Oh, yeah, you for putting on the broadcast. Always, man, you do a great job. Kenny for throwing up the race, and all these great drivers coming out to participate. I mean, we come out here to have fun. This was a little bit chaotic, but with these cars, that's what you're going to expect because it's hard to lose the draft. They just suck up so fast. You can't really push, especially in the corners, or you'll wreck somebody. So they're always eventful. They're always a fun race.
All right, buddy. Well, it was a great run for you tonight in both races. Hopefully, we'll talk to you the next time you're in victory lane, or if you just get tired of racing for a little while, just jump up here in the booth with me.
Will do. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Christopher Carter comes in 7th tonight. Now, let's see if we can go back and look at this wreck. Good gosh almighty. Well, let's see here. Really. Look at John Ward's perspective of things. We'll run about a lap here. Okay. You see White gets right down on the apron. Looks like 62, maybe tapped to 70. How about Hunter Rozelle? Wade riding, surfing on a car. Back it up. We'll go back up there. Get a look at the 62 real quick. At the end of the day, it's coming to the white flag. Everybody's just trying to get just a little bit more than what. Just trying to push it just a little bit more, trying to get everything you can out of it. Jonathan and Jason Branch getting drove into the back of. Watch it one more time in slow motion here. See, 19's a sitting duck as well. Hunter Rozelle has no help. Coming up. Kenny Reel's coming downward. Looks like the 87 is already just a little bit sideways right when he gets to the 19. Regardless, the end result is only about, say, maybe 17, 18 guys. Well, at the end of the day, everybody's just trying to make a little bit extra money. Go ahead and go through the results. So next cycle, your winner tonight, Matt Frady in 2nd, Kenneth McCullough 3rd, Zachary Harry in 4th, and Michael Barksdale rounds out the top 5. Justin Johnson 6th, Mark Vondell in 7th, Christopher Carter 8th, Kenny Reel 9th, Austin Green rounds out the top 10. See See, 23 of Haynes able to round out 11th. John Ward 12th. Trevor 13th. Landon 14th. See the 12 of Bobby and 15th. Tim White. Not sure what happened to him for him to bail out the pack like that, but regardless, we'll have to come home in the 16th spot. Michael Wingo 17th. Cody in 18th after having a great run tonight. Nathan Harper 19th after a up and down night. Does pretty much ends on a down note. Hunter Azell 20th. Jason Branch, Sean Corbett 21st, 22nd, Freddie, and 23rd, Malik Ray. David Flanagan, Richard Elliott rounds out the field. Not at all what a lot of drivers wanted tonight. Of course, just comes back down to guys really just, I mean, it's the last lap. Everybody's pushing for what they got. So, with that being said, it was a chaotic MMS race. But Nick Seipel able to get turn with 6 to go, come back and win. Survived the melee, survived the carnage the best he could. And next time we come live with an MMS race, he'll be trying to go 2 in a row. Until then, hope everybody enjoys the rest of the week, or the start of the week, I should say. And hopefully we'll see each and every one of you here soon. Until then, everybody take it easy.